jumping up to a daily time frame, we can see that we are up here in no man's land. Well, Tim, what do you mean no man's land? All right, way back here, this was our all-time highs. Once we broke through there, we got into all-time high territory, right? And we are way up here, all right? There's nothing over there for us to look at as far as price action. So what do? Right? We reached out and grabbed the Magical Fibonacci Tool. Trading secrets that feel illegal to know. You hear me? Right? So we went and got our Magical Fibonacci Tool and we anchored it down there to, that's our sell side. We anchored it on our manipulation leg down, traded into our sell side. And once we anchored it to that manipulation leg, that gave us the power to see how far can this manipulation leg swing up, right? We said, how far can this leg swing up, right? And as we see here, right here at 27,459 and a half, that's one standard deviation, right? A measured move, right? The same distance from high to low, right? Right there, one measured move there. Then we see a 1.5 standard deviations and then a 2 standard deviation that we're in between. So we're not in no man's land. We're floating in between 2 full standard deviations and 1.5 standard deviations from, right, our manipulation leg, right? 1, 2, right? So we're not in the middle of nowhere. We know exactly where we are. We know exactly where we know that we are in this range right here. And since we know exactly where we are, right, we can do something else with that Magical Fibonacci tool, right? So remember, 2 standard deviations, 1.5 standard deviations. Now, I'm going to hide that, right? And then we're going to look at another Magical Fibonacci tool, right? You notice what that's named. Fib dealing range, that's DR. Fib dealing range of the 1.5 to 2.0 projection, right? I'm going to turn that on. Right there. What do you notice about that, right? That is the range that we're in, right? Remember our Fib projection, right? Right? See there? 2 and 1. Right? That's the range that we are in. Since we know exactly where we are based off what the algorithm did down here, right? We know for a fact that 29,708.50 and 28,584 even are very important numbers to the algorithm based off what the algorithm did down here on this manipulation leg. And since we know that for a fact, we know that we can attach a Fibonacci tool, anchor it at 27,000, right? 708.50 and at 28,584 even, and that will give us some octants or quadrants, depending on how you want to grade it, that we can make our trading decisions off of. And as we see here, that this red line in the middle there at 29,146 and a quarter, we know that to be event horizon, rising. Right? And if you notice, right, we're right there hovering around that event horizon after coming down, trading into this daily wick right there. All right. So let's zoom in and look at that a little bit closer. All right. So Friday, right? Thursday, we traded up above Wednesday's high, right? Made this huge wick right there. Friday, we gapped down taking out Thursday's low, trading into this BISI from the 6. Then we shot all the way up, right, above event horizon, above that quadrant, just below, just fell just short of the upper quadrant of that range, right? Remember, 2 standard deviations, 1.5 standard deviations, right? Fell short of the upper quadrant of that range. All right. What do we always say? Any range that you're in, the bulk of your trading will be found from that upper quadrant down to that lower quadrant, right? But Tim, how do I know the difference? The quadrants is when you break the range up into 4s, right? That's quadrants. High, upper quadrant, equilibrium, lower quadrant, low. And then the 8ths, when you break it up to 8ths, you have other bus stops that's giving you more detail on the range, right? But the bulk of your trading decisions are going to be made between that upper quadrant and that lower quadrant, right? And y'all can't see that wick, so let me go ahead and place the wicks on there for y'all so y'all can see the wicks. We want you to be able to see the wicks. Wicky, 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 wicky. Shut up. Wicky, 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 wicky. Shut up. Right, putting all these wicks on here so we can see these wicky, 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 wickies. Okay, so those the wicks. Now that I made the wicks, now y'all know I got to go back and make them the same color of the candles, right? Y'all be like, Tim, you be doing way too much. You be getting way too anal with it. You be getting way too anal with it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Because when I be looking at stuff, it's got to make sense in my mind. And if it don't make sense in my mind, ooh, doo doo. Okay, those are wiggies, right? And
you put a red wick on that green candle.
Oh, thank you. All right, so there go the wicks, right? And as you see, Friday, like I was saying, we took out Thursday low, traded into this BISI from the 6. Pang out, took off, just fell short of that upper quadrant. Then Monday, right, we traded up above that upper quadrant, right? Traded back down, right, below this octant, right? Either way it go, however you want to look at it. Traded down, then up, then down. We probably traded down, then up, right? In the sense of how candles are typically made, right? So traded down, then up, creating a BISI on the Friday candle. Then today, we opened up here, right? Traded up, failed to take out Monday's high, right? Dropped all the way down into this wick from the 7th. Tim, why do you have that Fibonacci tool on that wick? This is consequent encroachment of a discount PD array. On the daily time frame, right? This is a PD array, right? When we open up here, in the sense of below price, this is a discount PD array. This is a discount PD array, right? So when price opens up, right, we trade up, respect consequent encroachment of that wick, right? We trade up above it a little bit, but we respect it. Don't take out the high. Then we go down, engage the low, and continue to melt off. And we reprice our entire BISI Then we trade down into our wick, our second discount PD array, right? Trade below that lower quadrant, trade below consequent encroachment, fail to reach that lower octant, and then we turn around and rally all the way back up, closing above consequent encroachment of that daily BISI, right? Showing a healthy respect, right, for this crazy bullish narrative that we've been in, right? Did a whole lot of wicking and came back up and closed above consequent encroachment of that. Does that mean we're going to keep rallying? Does that mean we're going to tank? Who knows and who cares? We're just studying the signatures, right? We're studying the signatures, okay? And that's where we are on the daily time frame right now. Buy program still super strong, right? Our overall dealing range right now that we're in, from this low all the way up to this high, right? Once we left this balanced price range right there, right? We fortified some structure right here, not really having any type of displacement really, right? So Tim, what do you mean by that? Right? So we came here, very efficient delivery all up and through here, right? Then boom, right? We're leaving there. Here's our order block there. We got a nice order block here. So if we come from the high that we made yesterday, if we come from, we set that there, put it on consequent curl. If we come from the high that we made yesterday, come down to the low of our order block right there, right? We can see that equilibrium for that overall range is 28,546 and a half, right? For that overall range. That's our latest expansion for our overall dealing range, right? If you want to jump down to a shorter time frame, right? We solidify some structure here, creating this order block, then taking off again, right? If we come over here to that low from Friday to that high on Monday, right? Now you can see that we came down this wick right there. That wick is our discount PD array on the day as far as the range, right? This being a discount PD array is in the sense of below the open, right? Below price at the end of this day, right? Below the open. This is a discount PD array, even though it's a premium wick, meaning it's above the cap, it's the top wick. This is a premium wick, but it's a discount PD array because our equilibrium is from Monday's high down here to Friday's low, right? That's our short-term range that we're watching. Why? Because price, right, expanded here, right, created an order block, expanded there. So this is some structure that should act as at least temporary support, right? At least temporary support. So coming from the lowest low to the highest high there, and that wick from the 7th is our discount PD array. Our equilibrium is 29,010 and a half, right? We traded all the way down into consequent encroachment of that wick, rallied all the way back up and closed up there in the premium of the range, right? So again, showing that the buy program is still strong. Now, if we find support on this discount wick and go up and extend the buy program, right, we're extending our dealing range. And since we've come back down to the discount here, then, right, our new current dealing range will be looking to make short-term trading decisions, would be anchored from our order block there, right, going up to how we go, if we go all the way up to the 2 standard deviation, if we just go up to this upper octant, however high we go up, right? That's the range you will start watching for your short-term intraday trading decisions. All right. Anybody got anything for me? Keeping it simple today, man. We ain't doing no extra cooking today. It's still fire though. Drop in the cube for the analysis, man. Y'all do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed.